Trying to figure out how a woman feels about you can be daunting. We've all experienced it. When you can't tell if she's acting that way because she wants you or if it's just how she acts around everybody. I think you're confused and desperately need help figuring her feelings out. That's why you're so eager to see this episode to the end. Well, for a start, you're at the right place, as all the signs that scream she wants you will be thoroughly discussed. She smiles around you. One glaring sign that she wants you is her frequent and genuine smile anytime that you're together. For the record, smiling is a nonverbal means of communicating happiness, warmth, and attraction. It is so powerful that feel-good chemicals like endorphins and serotonin are released when it's carried out. And just in case you missed the point, endorphins are the chemicals released when a woman hits orgasm, so this means the way that she feels when she smiles around you can be likened to when she hits orgasm, just a different scale. So what a feeling. Before you go about mistaking an ordinary smile for one that spells attraction, here's an example that'll help tell the difference. Imagine you're out with the boys and are fortunate enough to run into some female colleagues, making your outing a combined one. In the process of having fun, you notice a girl consistently flashing you a smile anytime that you make eye contact or engage in a conversation, and the smile tends to be genuine, sending waves of emotions down your spine. This behavior, if repeated, simply signifies that she enjoys your company and she wants you. Don't pass on this, bud. Move to get to know her better and establish a deeper connection with her because that is what she'd want you to do. Don't be a simp by passing out on this sign. Instead, utilize it and see her become yours in no time. She keeps eye contact. Next on our list of signs that signify she wants you is if she keeps eye contact. I said to keep and not make eye contact. Anyone can look into your eyes without having a single atom of emotion towards you. However, the case tends to differ when eye contact is prolonged. The eyes are a powerful tool for communicating feelings, intentions, attractions, interests. Prolonged eye contact often creates an atmosphere of intimacy and connection between two individuals. When a girl looks you in the eyes and keeps your gaze there, it is a sure indicator that she wants to know you better and establish a connection with you. To understand this better, you could picture a scenario where you're conversing with a damsel at a social event, and throughout the conversation she holds your gaze, maintaining eye contact way longer than what is considered normal. In this situation, you need no soothsayer to tell you that she wants you. Let me point this out to you, bud. Women hardly maintain eye contact with guys who they have no feelings for because they find that uncomfortable, or could send the wrong message, so when you see her holding your gaze, she's trying to let you know she wants you. If you feel the same way towards her, ensure that you make a move. She laughs at your jokes. If you're funny, it's only natural for people to laugh at your jokes. However, I would like to point out that no matter how funny your jokes may sound, not all of them are going to sit well with everybody, so if you notice her laughing at your jokes, which others find not so funny, then only one thing is involved. She wants you. While laughter may just be a response to humor, it may mean so much more in certain instances. You heard that right. Laughter may sometimes serve as a mechanism for social bonding that helps to create a connection between two people. So, dude, she's not just laughing for humor, she's trying to bond with you. Let me give you an instance where a girl's laughter could indicate that she wants you. You're with some circle of friends, and everyone shares their experiences of moments that they'll never forget. And it gets to your turn, and while sharing yours, you realize that she is constantly giggling even when others aren't. And when I say laughing, I don't mean the ones forced. Instead, I mean genuine laughter. Well, there's no sign that's more glaring than this, buddy. She wants you. She initiates physical contact. When a girl finds excuses to make physical contact, it could mean that she's into you. Now, look for a pattern here. Does she randomly hold your hands when you're both out walking? Does she like playing with your hair, stating that it's soft and curly? Does she find ways to give you random hugs, even at moments that least warrant it? Don't be fooled by her excuses for doing this stuff. She wants you. Back in college, I had this girl who always made moves to initiate physical contact. She was so touchy that I began to feel all girls act the same way with their male besties. Yes, I said besties, because that's what we called ourselves back then. Little did I know that she was into me. It was so clear with time, as one of her random touches led to a little song. If I had known, I'd have hit that earlier. That's all I'm saying. So, buddy, take a clue from my experience. However, ensure that you confirm how she feels towards you before you make the, sex move. While being touchy may be a general sign that she wants you, it may mean something entirely different to her. You may get the required confirmation by reciprocating her touch. When she makes a move to hold your hands, reciprocate by romantically squeezing hers. If it's your hair she enjoys playing with, you could stroke her face, or do a mirror move and play with her hair, and while you're doing this, look for her reaction. If it's negative, it means that she's not interested. However, if the opposite becomes the case, then hesitate no further to smash. She shows interest in your life and daily activities. A girl who genuinely wants you will show interest in your life and daily activities. So look out for that when she asks questions about how your day went, your hobbies, your families, your goals, your aspirations. I don't think she's asking these questions just to keep the conversation going. Instead, she's doing it to establish a connection and let you know that she's interested in you. From a psychological viewpoint, when somebody becomes interested in your social and personal life, it's because they want to foster intimacy and strengthen emotional bonds. And in situations where a girl is asking, there's a high probability that she's doing it because she values your relationship and is interested in getting to know you better. Before I move on, I'd like to inform you that girls are hardly concerned about the personal lives of others, in a certain sense at least. The reason why, they mostly talk about themselves, their past experiences, things that they want to achieve in the future, anytime a guy shows interest in them. So, for someone who enjoys speaking about herself, taking an interest in your personal and daily life means that she's interested in you. Her curiosity and desire to learn more about your life and daily activities strongly indicate that she wants you. So please don't pass on the sign. Instead, act on it and see her become yours. Your compliments mean a lot to her. Girls get a lot of compliments daily, but the truth is they tend not to take all compliments seriously. So dude, every time you compliment or give her attention and she blushes, it means one thing, that she wants you. So to put this straight, blushing can't be controlled as it occurs due to the release of adrenaline, which causes blood vessels to dilate and redden the face. If the physiology behind blushing differed, I'm sure she would try and hide it because girls generally like to mask their feelings. To get a clear picture of how your compliment could be a sign that she wants you, picture this. You meet a girl at the movies and you automatically pick interest in her. You move in to get her number and you both start conversing regularly after a little bit of time. Now, you plan a date with her and she arrives. She comes in looking all sexy in a red skimpy dress and you make a move by complimenting her dress, saying, "Wow, color red was made specifically for you," because I honestly don't think anybody could have pulled this off quite like you. And if you notice her respond by blushing, looking all flustered by your words, you don't need no soothsayer to tell you that she's into you, bud. The smallest details matter to her. When a girl wants you, even what you consider irrelevant will matter to her. From the details about how you were scared of puppies when you were a kid to how you received that much-anticipated bicycle from your dad, she'd remember them all. My experience with one of my exes should help to establish this fact. As a kid, I loved ice cream so much that I would do pretty much anything to get some at the amusement park near our house. And my parents knew this. They used that so much to their advantage. I could remember them telling me to act right if I wanted to get some ice cream, or push me to study hard when I needed to get good grades if I wanted some ice cream, and time again, I always complied. So when I got into a new relationship with my ex, I told her pretty much every little detail about my childhood over a period of time, expecting her to pretty much forget about them in no short time. But did she forget? Not with the way I set that up. You knew immediately. Yeah, of course she didn't. She would tease me occasionally about my childhood love for ice cream. So before you think that when she wants you, she'll forget about the important things and remember only the not-so-important ones, just remember she's going to know everything. She's going to remember all the important stuff, all the little things, maybe not all of them, but a lot of them. Her retaining pieces of information and talking about them later simply means that she's always interested in what you have to say. And a girl paying interest in your words is a vital sign that she wants you. She acts nervous when you're around her. We talked about eye contact being a sign that she wants you. Acting nervous around you is also, ironically, another powerful sign. Does she play with her hair when you're around her? You notice her tapping or shifting away from one foot to the other each time you engage her in a conversation? She's not doing all these because she's shy. Instead, she is into you. From a psychological point of view, the feeling of nervousness is primarily due to the body releasing excitement hormones like adrenaline and cortisol. She gets so excited that those hormones are released in response anytime you get close to her, or she sees you. Some girls would go as far as becoming physically shaken just because you're near. That reminds me of a close friend's experience with a girl back in college. So, Matthew was a baseball player who played for the college baseball team. He fell in love with the girl, and he'd always come to me to talk about those feelings. I advised him to make a move on her and start establishing some sort of friendship before making his true intentions known. So the first day that he introduced himself to her, I couldn't help but notice how sweaty her palms were, how shaken she looked. At that moment, I, like a professor, concluded the feeling was mutual. And was I right? Of course I was. They both became a couple in no time flat. So dude, next time you're in a conversation with her, look out for the signs of nervousness. And once you notice them, make a move. That girl wants you. She puts extra effort to look good when you're around. A sign that screams she wants you is her putting an effort to look good when you both schedule a date. Picture this. She's a type who's always on jean, pants, and tees. However, she appears in a red skimpy gown and high heels when you plan a date. Buddy, she wants you. Generally, women tend to go out of their way to look attractive when they're crushing on a dude. From their hairstyle to their makeup down to the clothes that they style with, they tend to pay so much attention so that they could look good when you see them. Don't go about mistaking this for normal because it's not necessarily. She likes you and can't walk up to you to reveal this, so she pays a lot of attention to her looks anytime that you come around. Trust me, if you ignore this pattern of hers, she's going to develop some sort of disinterest towards you. So, dude, if you are into her and you do notice these signs, let nothing stop you from making a move on her. She shows signs of jealousy when you're around other women. One of the very clear signals a girl wants you is jealousy. A lot of girls will say that they don't get jealous, but everybody gets jealous, dudes and women. Women, probably a little bit more, I'm just saying. So does she get jealous when you're around other ladies? Does she try and bring up talks about Lady A or B she saw you with last time she passed your dorm? Since she can't come out and say that she wants you, that's her way of communicating it. When a woman likes you, she's going to do everything that she can to keep you to herself. Call it possessiveness, that is its true nature, so... Buddy, next time you're chatting to a female friend or a female colleague and they stop by to say hello when she's around, watch out for her reactions. Be careful, as girls are really good at masking how they feel, so she may be feeling jealous and try and brush it off. Look closely. You'll notice her true feelings. And if the jealousy test comes out positive, then it's safe to say that she wants you. Get her. Makes jokes about date. One sign that she wants you is when she jokes about dating you or seeing instances of how it would feel to have someone like you as a partner. Now, don't think it's normal with every girl because it's really not. If she's always creating scenarios of how being in a relationship with you would seem, then she likes you. So I had this experience back then that could help affirm my claim. During my high school days, I was kind of shy. I had very few friends, and among my friends was a blonde girl named Sheila. And to me, Sheila was just a friend with whom I could discuss anything. I told Sheila everything from my high school crushes to the teachers I least enjoyed the class with. And then later on in our high school days, I noticed Sheila would always joke about how we would have been perfect couples if we had taken that romantic route. Every time I walked her back home after school or did something nice, she said that a lot. Well, I realized that Sheila meant every bit of those words that she said when she drew me close for a kiss on one of those nights we hung out together. So, women don't create scenarios in their heads that they don't want. When she starts talking about how your height will make the perfect boyfriend or how she wishes her boyfriend would be as caring as you are, then don't date that person, because if she's trying to make herself available to you and she's available to somebody else, a cheater will always cheat on you again. Just saying. That's the common wisdom here. Anyways, be smart. You don't need a soothsayer to know she wants you if that's happening. So if you feel the same towards her, make a move. She responds positively to your flirting. One sign that she wants you is when she responds positively to your flirting. For the record, flirting is a form of social interaction that allows people to communicate how they feel towards each other. From a psychological perspective, a positive response to flirting intensely indicates mutual interest. So, when she responds positively to your flirtatious behavior, she wants you. A positive scenario that shows she wants you is when you move to hold her hands and you both are out for a stroll, or when you have your hands around her waist during a social function. If she responds positively to that behavior, then by all means make a move on her, and by that I mean you already kind of did. She opens up to you. Yet another powerful sign that spells she wants you is when she opens up to you. Women only really show their vulnerable sides when they're into you. So when she starts talking about her most profound secrets or biggest fear, means she's probably crushing on you. Picture this. You met her at a park while you're walking your dog. You immediately took notice of her and moved in to get her digits. After some back and forth, you notice her becoming comfortable around you. She goes further to prove this by opening up on some traumatic experiences she had as a kid. Well, that's because she trusts you, and that's why she's doing that. Don't be a jerk by divulging her secrets. Embrace it. Don't use your fears against her. Be a nice guy and it'll work out. But don't call yourself a nice guy. Not in this day and age. Anyways, be a high-value man and just comfort her and assure her that everything's gonna be okay. Listening attentively and offering reassurance where she opens up to you can set you miles ahead of other guys in life. And the more that she opens up to you, the higher the likelihood of her wanting you. Don't pass on it, dude. Use it to your advantage and make her yours. And there you have it. The signs that she wants you have been openly discussed in this episode. So, watch out for them and don't hesitate to make a move once you notice her giving these signals. For more updates, click that subscribe button down below.